Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Philly, this is Keely, and this is our van Martha.
And if you guys have been watching us for a while, you will know that 2 months ago we got broken into and they stole pretty much everything of value that was in this van. So today's video, we're finally doing our security upgrades.
We've put together a list of 12 different things that are hopefully going to be useful to you because we don't want anybody to experience what we did.
So obviously if we have missed anything, let us know down in the comments if there's anything that you think everybody should know about. But obviously don't tell any little secrets. We got some awesome little hacks from people that we haven't put in the video because we don't want this to be a how to break into van video. We want this to be a how you can better protect yourself video. So let's get stuck in. So in no particular order, we have this list of 12, and the first thing that is on it is something that may not seem like a normal security thing that comes to your mind, and that is window blinds. On the day of the robbery, even though this is a blackout window so people can't really see in, I had left the blinds down, and there is a part of me that thinks, oh, if he got up close and looked in, he'd be able to see there was no one in there and know it's an easy target. So there is a bit of guilt on that on me that I should have had them up. We always have our curtains pulled. Whenever we're leaving, we put our little like window blinds up on the front thing to, one, not let the heat in because it's sweltering in Spain, but two, so that people can't tell what type of stuff is in there. And the whole point is you don't want them to know there's nobody in the van. So protect the van, shut it all up. That's our first tip. Tip number 2 from us is a pretty obvious one, a steering lock. We have the cheapy crap bar one, which I know isn't great. You can get the disc lock one, which we're going to get, that covers your whole wheel. There are loads of different locks you can get to make your van more difficult to drive off. A wheel clamp lock where you put it on your wheel. Clutch pedal locks, so they lock those pedals in so they can't drive away. We'll put links to all these different types of ones down in the description, but ultimately they're all a visual deterrent to show the thief that this van is not going to be an easy one to drive off in.
So number 3 on our list is a tracker. If you didn't know, we lived in London for a year in the van, and after having 2 work vans stolen, a tracker was probably one of the most important things that we could do. They come in all different forms, from a GPS tracker that you can put on your pet to subscription-based ones that come with an app that can show you all different alerts and notifications. So we'll put links to all the different ones that you can get down below, but we really recommend that you get 1 or 2 or 3. Peace of mind is where it's at, guys.
So our number 4 tip that we think is just as important as a tracker, if not maybe more, is to get extra external locks fitted on your van. Obviously the locks that come factory fitted, people know how to break into them. You can see we've had a crowbar trying in there before. Whenever we had a rental van in London, we came back and somebody had stuck a crowbar in the side, and when we brought it back to the place, the guy was like, oh yeah, they know exactly how to get into these, they know the weak points, they know people can drill into it or anything. So ultimately you need to get some extras. When we were living in the van in London, we only got hook locks fitted to the back and side door because, to be honest, they're pretty expensive. But in hindsight, we really should have fitted them to the front, because if we had have installed this hook lock on the front door, they probably wouldn't have been able to get in. Professional externally fitted locks are number 4 tip on our list, but number 5 is a more cheap, creative way to double lock your doors. So tip number 5 we think is genius, was recommended to us by a friend on Instagram, and we installed that a few weeks ago back in Ireland. So let's rewind in time to us installing tip number 5.
So come over here and I will show you what we're thinking.
Okay.
One's going to go in here. We've already got one installed in here, and then we're going to put a chain between the 2, so when we leave the van the doors will be tied together and nobody is going to get in. I know you can get smaller ones, but this one's pretty ignorant, so this one's not coming off. So I'm going to put a little bit of like grip fill or adhesive on the back of it, and then I've got 4 screws to put in, and that's just going to sit there like that. It can be chained from that to the side door. Let me jump outside and we'll see if this actually works.
We know none of this stuff's actually going to stop a robbery. If they really want it to happen, they'll get in. But everything that slows them down is a bonus, you know? We already have a hook lock installed on the back door, but we've decided that we're going to install a little bit of extra security on the inside. These 2 D-rings on the inside of the doors, and then we'll padlock through them so that whenever we leave, Yeah, so
This doesn't really work. We need a padlock.
We need a
but
padlock.
This is the concept.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's something that you can't get access to unless you're already inside the van. So hopefully that's just an extra double layer of security on our back doors. Let's go.
Let's do it. So yeah, it might be a little bit overkill.
It's worth it if it stops someone. Okay, I'm shutting the doors. This one first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've lived in the van for 2 years.
I don't usually shut the doors. You do? Uh-oh.
What did you do?
The D-ring hits here.
Epic fail.
Why did we not think of that?
Okay, so that's a fail.
Why did we not think of that? Because we were always pushing them from the inside.
Yeah.
So...
So this door is a hook lock anyway.
we'll talk to you guys soon when we figure this out.
For number 6, come up here, I'll show you this. So, we installed this CCTV camera that live streams right to our phones so we can monitor what's going on in the van at all times. There's a motion detector on it that will alert us if there's anything happening in the van when we're not here. It's also got a speaker on it that lets us shout at people and an alarm that we can set off. And if you're a bit creeped out that there's a camera in your van, you can just turn it around and there you go, it's gone. If you don't have permanent internet in your van, you can get ones that record locally onto an SD card. This one does that and also connects to the internet, but we recommend that you do get like a little dongle or a router that you can keep in your van that it can connect to, because it gives you massive peace of mind. Number 7 is something that we installed a couple of weeks ago in Ireland, but before we get there, let's have a coffee break. Get your feet off the table.
Sorry. So tip number 7 is about how to protect your valuables, and I know a lot of people have said just take everything with you all the time, which was what we did in London. It was totally practical for us then, but the reality is now that we're travelling, there are times that we're climbing, so we can't take it up on a wall with us. There are times where we're like swimming or surfing, so you can't just leave all your valuables in a bag on the beach. So now we had to find a way that they could be protected while in the van, which is why we have installed a safe. So let's rewind and have a laugh at me injuring myself while we try and install our nice new safe. So we have indeed got a safe, and even though we're not sponsored by any of these items, we're obviously going to share the links for them down below, because we do recommend you upgrade your security. And if you want to give a little bit less of your money to Amazon and some of it to us, you can buy through the affiliate links. We'll put some down there. But I'm excited to get this baby installed.
Yeah.
So you may be like, this is quite a small looking safe, guys, but for us the truth is the main thing we really want to keep safe is our camera and passports and anything kind of like that. But you can get bigger ones that would fit laptops and stuff, so we'll put links to all the different types of sizes you want. And for us the main thing was that it would have a cool little paddy thing, 2 different ways to get in case we forget the code or in case we lose the key.
Yeah.
And also the ability to screw it into the van body. So this one has ones on the bottom and ones on the side, so that way it's like fully secure to your van.
We'll let you see inside. We'll blur this out. Check it out.
Hey! Guys, this is actually really heavy, I have to say. It feels quite like good quality.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a GoPro for scale. It is currently recording, so we can put this on screen and you can see what it's like inside.
Inception. Ah! I shot my finger in the door! Look! Oh, friggin' heck! Ah, I want to swear so bad!
Let me see. Let me see.
I just smashed it. Don't look at it. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you the scale. Here's some bits too. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I reckon the GoPro just smashing it around there. Shield your eyes.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
7, 8. I'm
9,
joking.
10.
Wait, where's 0?
What? You can't say that there's a 0 in it.
Oh, right. Oh, guys, I'm not a...
Oh, hello, there's a GoPro in here. Free GoPro, yes, I'm out. See ya.
Okay, I'm a bit afraid of the safe now because my finger's pretty mushy. So let's get this bad boy installed. Gently does it. The real reason we needed to make coffee was because we are yet to install our tip number 8, and I'm concerned it may end up getting a little bit stressful and knowing us probably go horribly wrong, but that is AntiSmash Film. We had looked into getting it professionally fitted, and you can do that. It's like £300 though for your front 2 windows. It's meant to be bomb proof, and if you have the money, it's probably the best way to go. But we decided to buy the cheap install yourself stuff, so we're going to try and install that now. And this is one of the things that I've been most excited to get installed because that's how they got into our van. They just smashed the window. It's one of the most common ways to get robbed, smash and grabs. So for us, this is a no-brainer. I don't know why we hadn't installed it before. I'll put the link to the one that we bought down in the description, but there are loads of different ones. I'll also put a link to the company that do it professionally. Please, please, please install it because it's so common. I may not say that after we try and install it. I may say it's a nightmare. But in theory, it should be good.
2 hours later.
This AntiSmash Film we bought in a big giant roll. And I thought this is far too much. I'm going to be honest. Make sure you buy triple what you think you need. Because we are on our 3rd iteration of this sheet.
Also, if you have a loving marriage, say goodbye to that.
Yeah, it gets quite stressful. I'm not going to lie, trying to template out the window. It has not been a fun experience. So definitely get extra. Have a rough template with one, then cut it to the right size. Be prepared that it's going to get all stuck and creased and just be a disaster. And then use that one that gets all creased and killed to be the template for the future ones. Hopefully. We're going to try and stick this on. We had to get a little bit inventive with our solutions. We've got soapy water, a spritzer. We don't have all the fancy tools. We don't have a heat gun. This might be a disaster, guys, but we're going to give it a go.
We have the sun. It's like 30 degrees right now.
Yeah, it's pretty warm. So we've thoroughly cleaned our windows. Now we're going to spritz up the windows, spritz up the adhesive film, and see what happens. Oh no, wait, am I doing it on the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wrong side.
That's a good start. It's like Laurel and Hardy do anti-smash window film.
I honestly don't know how we built our whole van. Oh, for fuck's sake, why the fly get in on it? Why the fly get in on it? Get off me! I friggin' see these French flies, they can go way off. Get off! I need you to get off, you're ruining my adhesive!
Use a knife, stop freaking out. Freaking out's gonna do nothing. This sucks. Okay.
And spray the window again.
Okay.
Okay. Right, go wind the window down quick before it sticks and does. You fly! You! There's a fly! For sake! It was good! I'm not joking, Philly. I'm about to have a fucking mental breakdown.
That's it, it's done.
Okay. If I'm honest with you, that was the most hateful thing I've ever done. It sucked. We have done it, and you know, it looks fine. A couple of little bubbles, not a big deal. And the important thing is that it works. But in retrospect, I actually think I would just pay someone else to do it because that was hateful. Or don't do it when it's absolutely blistering sun. Don't do it when there's loads of flies that keep flying into it. Make sure you've got the perfect template the first time round.
Make sure you have a lot of patience.
Yeah, that's really not enjoyable. But it really is one of the most important things we've been wanting to do because your windows are your weakest point in your van. So go do it. Hopefully you have better patience than us, or just pay someone else to do it.
It actually looks alright.
It does look alright.
That is all 4 windows done. I want to say it wasn't too bad, but it was still pretty horrendous. Anyway, on to the next tip.
So tip number 9 is an alarm. Obviously, majority of vans come with factory fitted alarms anyway, but we know that professional thieves can disarm them in seconds, so you can get retrofitted additional alarms. Now we're currently looking into this. We haven't installed an additional one yet. You can get magnetic ones, motion ones. We don't really know what to go for, so if you guys have any tips, please advise us down in the comments. That would be really, really good. So that's something that we are yet to install but plan to add. The last thing that we're going to install in this video is tip number 10, which we're having a bit of a debate about, which is stickers.
So I don't know if you can see this one, but it is a CCTV sticker, and when we were brainstorming about this video, this was one we were having a debate about.
So stickers on your vans, whether it's saying CCTV is in it, whether it's no tools are kept overnight.
2 tools in this one.
Yeah. Whatever it is, I don't think stickers work, but a lot of people do think stickers work.
Yeah, it's weird because in theory you are saying that it's got CCTV, or you're saying that it doesn't have anything of value in this van, so move on to the next one.
But then I think that makes the thief think that there must be good stuff if that's got CCTV in it. Or anytime I've seen work vans with a sign that says no tools on it, I'm like, yeah right, I bet there's loads of tools in it.
They're bluffing.
Yeah, so I don't know if they work, but then Philly's good point was that
maybe installing the sticker means that they're not going to bother risking breaking in and for there to be nothing there, or for there to be a camera that can incriminate them. But yeah, let us know in the comments below. Do you think stickers are a good thing, or do you think they're a bad thing, or do you just think that they don't have any effect?
Yeah, I'm genuinely really interested in other people's opinions because we just keep going back and forth on this one. But we've got the little CCTV sticker anyway. If there's other ones that you think are really good and have stories about, let us know.
So tip number 11 isn't something that you install, but it's where you choose to park your van. You just have to be smart about where you park.
Yeah, we thought we were being smart. At the place we were broken into, it had signs saying there was CCTV, but obviously now we realise there wasn't. But for us, we tucked right away in the corner thinking it was nice and private. But in retrospect, we really should have parked more out in the open, and in that way they wouldn't have been so inconspicuous when they broke into us. And that's just something that we've took away from this as a learning curve. If we're going to leave the van for the whole day, you want the van somewhere that people can see what's happening to it, and hopefully that means they're less likely to break into you and would have chose one of the other vans to break into.
Also, there's a little bit of research that you can do with this on Park for Night or on Google Maps as well. If you're at a popular car park, there are reviews that can tell you if it's safe or if it's not safe. But everybody's mileage is going to vary on this as well.
Yeah, we've parked at places before that said they weren't safe and then they actually were safe for us. So I think a lot of the time you got to go with your gut and just make smart decisions, smarter than us.
It's not hard.
But also, it's not your fault. If you do get broken into, don't try and take ownership over it. I feel like we did that a lot and we blamed ourselves a lot for it. Ultimately... Oh
yeah, there were a lot of things that we could have done better, but at the same time, this is something that shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Yeah, you know? The only person responsible for the robbery is the thief.
Yeah, and if you are a type of person that does this kind of stuff, then you need to go pit, you moron.
Philly has a lot of feelings about this.
Sorry.
But ultimately, if a thief has enough time and the proper tools, they're going to get into your van no matter what. So our final tip is about how to protect yourself if that does happen.
Insurance.
Yes.
And make sure it's the right insurance.
Yes. Please learn from us. When we called up our insurance, we assumed we were covered, and then they told us that we were only covered for £200 of contents and that they were going to charge us £250 of excess. So that was a very shocking conversation to have, and we will take ownership over that ourselves. You should take ownership over it as well. If you have insurance, make sure you understand what is insured. We have since heard people who thought they had £2,000 insurance, but actually when they called up to claim their nice big laptop, the insurance company was like, oh no, each item is only worth 200, but you get 10 items, so it's not really 2,000. So please go away, read your fine print. If you're not covered appropriately, you can get backpackers insurance that might cover your items. You can get additional travel insurance. You can get what do you call that stuff that people have? Gadget insurance.
Those young ones and their gadgets.
And the last thing you can get, oh yeah, is credit card insurance. So people said to us that you can get card insurance and maybe you could see if you're covered that way, but be aware that card insurance only covers for you items that you bought with that actual card, and we hadn't done that. So figure out what you're insured for. And one thing that we did learn with insurance, so this is another little like bonus pro tip, is that you had to have your serial codes, evidence of purchase. So please take the time now after this video, after you comment and say thanks guys, this was so useful, please go take a photo of all the serial codes of your items, email them to yourselves. If you bought them online or you have paper receipts, take photos of those, email it to yourself. Make sure you have evidence, because insurance companies will do their best to get out of paying stuff, but ultimately they have a duty to you. So if you can provide all the appropriate stuff, they should pay out if you've got proper insurance. So learn from us. Please be better protected.
It's not only for that. When you're filling out a police report, the police will ask for the serial number for those items, because if they get circulated around eBay or CEX or any other like second-hand stores, they have systems in place that monitor the serial number of the gadgets that go into those shops. So if yours flags up in their system, then you might get it back.
Yeah, so go do it now. Go check your insurance. Go install AntiSmash Film, fit a safe, CCTV,
make a
alarms.
coffee.
Just please protect yourself. Don't go through what we went through. It was so heartbreaking.
So that wraps up all of our tips. If you think that we've missed any, please comment below and let us know what you guys think.
And if you find this useful at all, please share it around. We want as many people as possible to go and better protect themselves. That would be so awesome.
So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want to join us for traveling through France and beyond. But for now, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.